Hello! I'm back! I've been kind of gone for a while, with the exception of the vlog about the new doctor. I've been gone, I got sick, and then I went to counsel at a camp, and then I got sick again! So this vlog is to talk about the fact that I had an allergic reaction to my medication, which has never happened before, and it was quite scary. So basically, here's the dealio, because I'm super hip, and I use phrases like dealio. I went to the doctor, and he told me, you have sinusitis, because my doctor's a cartoon, apparently. And he gave me antibiotics, and it was a med that I've had many times before, and never had an issue with. So, I go home, I take my first dose, and, went to reading or something like that. And about an hour later, I started to feel hot. And, it was a hot day outside, so I thought that was fairly normal. So I went to the bathroom to splash some water on my face, and I looked in the mirror, and was about to start singing the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes song, because I had a tomato face. It was all red. It was red. It was not a color that appears naturally on one's face. I'll put it that way. And then I started to freak out a little bit, because your face is not supposed to look like a tomato. And at that point, I had no idea what was going on, because I have a lot of allergies, but I've never had an allergic reaction to a medication. So I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I'm freaking out a little bit. And then it started to spread throughout my entire body. So not just my face, but my arms and my legs and my stomach, everywhere, just red. Just everywhere. My mom said I look like a lobster, which is a great thing to hear from a parent. You really love to hear that you look like a lobster. So after a while, it started to occur to me that it might be the medication. So then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Do I go to the hospital? And then of course I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to the hospital. That's scary. Despite the fact that I've been to the hospital many times and it's not a big deal. But I'm like at the point, where I'm thinking, I'm gonna die. I've decided I should probably start texting my friends to tell them, it's been nice knowing you. I'm in the process of dying. Instead, I went to talk to my mom and was like, hey, I think I'm having an allergic reaction to the medication. And she agreed. And luckily, we had Atarax at my house, because my brother was recently prescribed some Atarax and didn't use all of it. Now, for those of you who don't know, Atarax is antihistamine. An antihistamine. It's a mouthful. So it helps when you have an allergic reaction to something. It helps to, calm your body. And basically the idea was, I take that medication. If it doesn't work, I might have to go to the hospital. So I took a dose, and within, maybe a half hour, it was starting to work, but I was still kind of freaking out, because I'm red everywhere, and there's nothing you can do about it. So after maybe an hour or so, the red started to kind of go away. And thankfully, I wasn't having any breathing issues, because a lot of times you'll have breathing issues when you have an allergic reaction, especially if you have asthma, which I do. So yeah, that was very scary. He prescribed a new medication, which I haven't had an issue with. I'm on it right now, actually, and it's fine. But yeah, that was a very scary event and scene.